Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends. Welcome to day 5 of official Oath of the Gatewatch spoilers. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe to the channel, definitely a good time to do so. Every day that there's spoilers, we will be back with a video to consolidate them for you, give you some quick analysis, and a week from today, once the full set is spoiled, we'll begin our full set review of Oath of the Gatewatch. So having said that, today we have 3 brand new, never before seen cards, as well as 1 card that was previously leaked that has now been confirmed. So let's jump in. First off, we have Spanx of the Final Word. We talked about this one in a previous video because it was part of that big leak a few weeks back, but now it is finally being confirmed officially by Wizards. This is a mythic rare. I won't go into the gory detail this time since we've talked about it in a previous video, but needless to say, this is pretty much a control finisher. That's the whole idea of this card, and as long as there's a control deck that wants something like this in standard, it could be standard playable. Definitely going to be a bomb for you in limited. Next, we have our new cards, beginning with Oath of Nissa. This costs a green legendary enchantment. When Oath of Nissa enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast planeswalker spells. So, first thing I'll say about this card, I love the fact that it's cheap. 1 green that I can dig into my library, hopefully snag what I need, whether that be a land, a creature, maybe even a planeswalker, depending on what point of the game I'm in. That's kind of awesome. And then the extra ability there is a nice bonus too for certain decks. So having said that, the only thing that's awkward about this card, which is going to hold it back from really being the powerhouse I kind of want it to be in, say, standard, is the fact that it's legendary. So once I do this once, it's on the battlefield, unless I can find a way to get rid of it. If I draw another one, it's not going to really be very good for me, right? Now, when Innistrad comes out, I'm hoping maybe there's some pitch spells, some ways to cheat things into the graveyard, get stuff out of your hand, or maybe off the battlefield into the graveyard, and then playing multiple copies of this might become more of a possibility. I guess we'll see. But this is still a good card. I will say that this is going to be something I would use in limited if I was lucky enough to open one, just because I like the dig, I like the variety that it's going to give you for 1 green, even if I'm not playing a planeswalker. As far as Super Friends decks go, if there is a Super Friends deck in standard that continues to evolve in the new metagame, then yeah, this could be a part of that. Definitely in Modern, I could see players trying to work this into the Super Friends style decks. So keep an eye on this card. It will have some use, even if it's just in kind of niche roles here and there when it comes to Eternal formats, but I think this is going to be good overall. Next, we have Stoneforge Masterwork. This is an artifact equipment, costs 1 generic. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it, and equip cost is 2 generic. This is a pretty push piece of equipment. A few days ago, we saw a creature that interacts with equipment, and we were kind of wondering, where's the equipment? Well, here it is, and this is pretty decent. It's cheap, again, just a 1-drop, and there you go with being able to equip for 2. I also find it very interesting. We've already seen 2 1-drops today, and we've had another pretty decent 1-drop yesterday, so those are going to go very well with the Surge cards. But getting back to this card in particular, there's a lot of tribal going on in the current meta. I mean, you have Eldrazi's, you have allies, and you just have your kind of old school tribal like goblins and elves and vampires running around too. So there's just a lot you can do with this. This is going to be great and limited. You don't have to try that hard to get yourself a few Eldrazi's, Eldrazi Scions, allies. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. So this card will be useful in just about any limited deck. As far as standard goes, I think it's pushed enough that in the right deck, yeah, I could see this in standard for sure. It's cheap enough. And even Eternal formats, this could creep into a tribal deck here and there. Would not shock me at all. Almost reminds me a little bit of some of the pushed affinity type cards. It's very, very cheaply costed. And our last card of the day is Wandering Fumarole, and this is a land. This is the last creature land. It's the Is It one. Comes into play tapped. You can tap it for blue or red. For a blue or red or 2 generic. Until end of turn, it becomes a 1/4 blue and red elemental creature with 0. Switch this creature's power and toughness till end of turn. It's still a land. Here's another one I really like, and here's what's cool about this card. If it has a path and you got the open mana, you can get in for 4 damage with this thing. Or on the fly, it can trade for a creature, or it can just block for you. This does a lot of stuff. I love the versatility here. Now, creature lands that cost 3 to activate, obviously I like better than ones that cost 4, but this one I think is fine. I don't mind paying 4 for this, and I can even imagine a situation where my opponent may have to sweep the board just to stay alive, and then I have this in play. I'm still getting 4 damage across the next turn. That's kind of awesome. So I really like this one. I think it's strong enough to see some standard play in the right deck, and it's going to be great for you in limited. I think it's a very strong limited card. So those are the spoilers for today, for New Year's Day. Happy New Year's. Hope everybody had a safe New Year's, and we will be back the next day. There are spoilers. If there's any more this weekend, we'll be back with a video. If not, we'll be back whenever they pop up again. So as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.
Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality videos for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a good day.